Hi there, Reject Nation. I'm Greg Alba.
I'm John Humphrey.
I'm Salamander Sally. Sally LoMonaco.
Sally LoMonaco.
Salamander LoMonaco.
we had to bring her, it's Maleficent. You need a female presence.
This is your favorite movie.
And she loves Disney, and she's kind of borderline evil. So Sally's perfect for this.
Sally has borderline personality disorder.
Thanks for being here, Sally. It's rare the three of us are in a video together.
In 2019.
We're going to watch this trailer for this new Maleficent movie. Before we do that, I want to thank everyone who has downloaded and followed us on the Stardust app. Over there, we do 30-second reaction reviews for any film, TV show, and or trailer. Post micro sketches often. We post daily, actually, and the whole thing's completely free to download, completely free to use. So do it today. Let's get into this. Sally, you better make this video rewarding.
I will.
Red Keep.
Aw.
Fairies are back.
I remember the story of an evil witch.
Cover.
And the princess she cursed to sleep forever. The story became legend. But this is no fairy tale. There are many who prey on the innocent. I'm sure your kind would agree. If I didn't know better, I'd say you were making a threat. Well, do you? Do I what? No better.
Oh, is she going like full evil?
Yeah.
Okay. The witch!
She is the mistress of evil. Whoa.
Okay.
Ella.
Is this a Disney movie?
Maleficent still is sexy. That's what I got from that. No, that's the subtitle.
Yeah.
I did not know that. And it's
You
October.
kept saying Mistress of Evil. We're like, what? And then, yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I saw Maleficent, the first one, when it first came out. I saw Sleeping Beauty for the first time with my girlfriend at the Americana in the park.
Oh, wow.
Just last year for the first time. You've seen Maleficent. You love Disney. John has not seen Maleficent.
But I did see Wicked. And, from what I've heard, Maleficent is a lot like that.
I mean, we were talking beforehand about how, like, what the disappointment factor was with the first Maleficent. Mm-hmm. Of how essentially they took one of Disney's most iconic villains and made her a protagonist of sorts instead of
essentially the cartoon is Maleficent's story. Like Sleeping Beauty, Aurora is only in it for I think 15 minutes of screen time or something.
Barely in it, but so we wanted to see like a Maleficent origin tale. It's like, but it was one of their early live action adaptations. And I actually think they could do some solid course correction here if they really do commit to her going full on evil, because that's what we wanted to see. It seems like they're they're obviously picking up for where the last one left off, but they're also rebooting it, it feels like. Because there was stuff here I'm like, wasn't that in the Sleeping Beauty movie? I mean,
look at them dancing in the forest and kind of getting, and then the prick, and it just seemed like it was recapping the original tale, and maybe how people perceived it. It seems like they went into like, let's fix this mode for the second movie.
I get that vibe. John, what do you think as someone who is being inductuated? Is that a word?
No.
Inundated? No. Invited?
Kind of. Indicted.
I'm not indicted right now.
Enigma?
I am an enigma.
Indigenous.
Jesus.
I mean, the thing is, I don't really know what I would want from a Maleficent 2. I am, I guess, in the minority of people who thought the idea of the first one was a good one. I like, in theory, the sort of alternate take on a well-known story, and I do like the Wicked angle of what if the evil queen wasn't just black and white evil, but a great character. And so now, like, I'm fine with the idea that, like, okay, here's, I guess, how she crested into fully embracing her evil side. I mean, truly, teasers have gotten a lot longer, and I know a lot of the us online have been talking about that, but this did feel like a teaser. It just kind of alludes to some sort of trouble brewing between the king and queen and Maleficent, and there's gonna be some kind of fallout from that. And I guess my main hope for this movie is that it looks beautiful. Angelina Jolie looks amazing. Those
cheekbones, man.
Cheeks and
God, they're like popping out like beyond her ears at that point.
Yeah, and I guess the main issue I heard with the first one is whether or not you like the angle they took. It's just that the performances and the effects were a lot better than the script was, and a lot better than where they took the story.
Yeah, it's a Disney live action movie.
Yeah,
it's the way they go.
And the thing is that for a landscape in which a certain amount of people are vocal about not loving the way that they're just straight up carbon copying their animated movies into live action, something like this to me seems like it would be more palatable because you're at least taking something familiar and twisting it. I just hope they put a good script under it this time, you know, from what I've been told.
I mean, from the production design, the makeup especially, this looks a lot darker. I feel like it's gonna be darker. It looks like she is going full. It's funny, after watching Game of Thrones last night and then watching this, you're like, oh, it's like the Disney version of that Game of Thrones episode we just watched in a lot of ways.
Like it,
you know. Well, Sally, are you going to be in the theaters for this one?
Are you going to be in Maleficent 3?
If someone pays for it, then yeah, I'll go. Coming from a Disney nerd like me, originally when this film came out, a lot of Disney fans were mad because, she wasn't, literally her name pretty much means evil and chaos, and she wasn't really that. I like that they gave her a reason. Every good villain has a reason of why they're a villain, and so they had that, but then she got really soft with Aurora and was more of a motherly, had like a motherly instinct towards her, which didn't match the character at all, or even what she went through. So that was confusing. So I guess I'm hoping that with the second one, she's more evil and just kind of doesn't care anymore. But it looks like... Is it weird that I wanted her to be green in the second one? I don't know. We're also
No,
like mad about that. No, it looks really good, but I don't know. I guess I was kind of expecting a different... I don't know what to expect with the second one. I really don't.
Well, I think too, factoring in when did the first one come out, Maleficent?
2014.
And times in terms of like social media landscape, political landscape, people being more woke, the Me Too movement, all these things. I imagine they're probably gonna do a little bit more, because there were some criticisms the first movie got for certain angles it took, especially her relationship with Charlton Copley and the way they just handled certain elements. And I'm wondering, I don't know if they're going to make like some giant feminist angle here. I don't get that impression they're going to be doing that. But at the same time, there is that little thing in my brain that I feel like there's going to be an inkling of some subject matter they're going to like softly touch upon in order to enhance the storytelling here for badass, evil Maleficent character. I feel like that's kind of why they probably softened her too in the first one, as opposed to here where we can go probably a little bit more hardcore. And I think it'd be a bold step for Disney to actually commit to, they're saying Mistress of Evil in the title. I feel like it'd be a bold step if they did commit to her being evil.
I think that would, and
if you're
if
gonna
they
reference
do that,
Elvira, you need to.
And plus Michelle Pfeiffer's in here, and she's cool. She'll show up.
Yeah.
She's one of those actresses now who shows up.
She shows up.
And you're like, hey, I like her and stuff. She never gets to shine and stuff anymore, but I like her when she's there.
It also seems to me that for this particular live-action Disney film, it seems like they're going to go a lot more mature with the script, it seems. It seems like it's going to be a lot heavier with maybe the relationships of the family and, like, the kingdom.
Yeah.
And I think that for kids, maybe it's going to... It seems like the kids are going to go to, like, see some crazy, like, evil thing, but then the adults are going to get the extra... information about like why they're... It just seems like they're going way deeper with this one, and it seems like there's going to be less crazy effects just for the effects.
We'll see. It is just a teaser trailer.
Well, I mean, yeah, we'll see.
Well, guys, are you excited for Maleficent 2? Were you demanding this? I'm sure you were. And before we wrap this video up, I'd like to give a Patron of the Day shout out to a woman, because Maleficent is a woman. You gotta tie it in specifically to a lady named Anissa Oliva. Ooh. Happy belated birthday. I saw all the special posts you made about us on your birthday. Aww. Whenever you celebrate your birthday, you should make it about us. That comes first and foremost at any moment in your life. We were talking recently, you were saying that you want to get back into the Navy, continue your boot camp stuff.
What?
Which automatically makes you more manly than me. I can barely wake up to go to LA Fitness.
I don't think that's manly. I think it's empowering.
Anyone can feel
This
empowered.
feminazi crap that just comes my way. Can't give a woman a compliment anymore without being called sexist.
Why are you going back to the Navy? You should be home. You should be at home doing the cookings.
Listen to Jimmy Stewart about this right now.
I tell you now, Mary. I tell you.
Oh my gosh. After a Maleficent trailer.
Subscribe, click that notification bell. Hopefully the kids stayed this long towards the end. Check us out on the Stardust app and follow Sally on YouTube, where she exists.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Outro done.
And then you don't exist anymore.
Yes, and.